Okay. We're going to study today SD-K-2, develop a communication plan. So the task, develop communication plans, marketing tools, and rewards recognition systems to promote supplier diversity. Marketing the value of a supplier diversity program. In many situations, stakeholders may have a limited understanding of what a supplier diversity program entails. So supply management professionals must be able to market the value of the supplier diversity program strategies and initiatives. Be able to clearly present to management the value of the proposition that diverse supplier initiatives bring to the organization by facilitating strategic objectives and goals. Falls in the category of what's it going to do for me. Communication plans and strategies. So target audience. Identify key contacts in supply management for supplier diversity initiatives so stakeholders can easily contact the appropriate individual. The plan also often includes policies related to the engagement of diverse suppliers along with the organization's own plans for a supplier diversity program. Budget. If the organization budgets for strategic initiatives, the objective should be ensuring the supplier diversity program is integrated into the overall process. For those without dedicated resources, a general discussion should occur during the annual budgeting planning process to determine how much should be allocated. And purchasing may also want to partner with human resources who may have a budget for overall diversity within a company. So key messaging. Messages should include the overall corporate diversity strategy and how the supplier diversity program aligns to create a positive environment for all. Other items to consider are corporate mission, vision, strategic goals, supply management mission, vision, strategic goals, and any other specific goals. And strategies regarding events, development opportunities, and success stories should also be included. And measures of success. So the ultimate measure of success would be achieving stated goals within each organization relative to diversity and supplier diversity. And again, your goals got to be in line with the organization's strategic goals. Communication types online vehicles, so intranet, external websites, social networking, etc. Electronic communication can vary from web-based application to email, and the kinds of electronic communications that are relevant to the buying organization include things like long-term agreement with negotiated prices, various catalogs, commercial off-the-shelf high-volume items, transmission of RFPs, online auctions, internal training, and instilling organizational-wide awareness. Organizations are increasingly using intranets to share information on a diverse supplier program. These include newsletters that are posted to the intranets, stored presentations and data sheets. Stockholders can download things like current market conditions, strategic decisions, resulting decisions and actions, and scorecards. Advertisements. So online advertising on the internet has become the primary source of diverse supplier opportunity information in the United States. So advertising can be either open or closed. Open advertising, for instance, lists the organization's name, while the closed advertising does not. That would be the organization that's doing the ad. Published articles in trade journals can be leveraged, so communicating how supplier diversity has been utilized, including wins and potential issues, can establish new norms and raise the bar. You can also have printed material like annual reports. The annual report is an important tool that organizations use to communicate with their stakeholders. Can also include electronic printing. So increasingly, the supplier diversity program is one of the areas covered in annual reports, the corporate annual reports. Typically, the program policy is stated along with reports on performance. Often, the performance of the organization's supplier diversity program is also reported on. So internal reporting, reports prepared for internal customers. These reports present the program's performance and identify areas that need improvement, usually relative to a scorecard or KPIs. When improvements are identified, ways for management to help support these improvements should be included. And some ideas to help improve programs include limiting some competitions to diverse suppliers, depending on the product or the category, set asides for specific category, conducting outreach activities, targeting personnel in specific areas for awareness training, etc. Internal reporting characteristics include audience, varies depending on the organization. Internal reporting contains metrics and measures actual achievement against goals and may include good faith efforts. May contain comments on performance. It may result in additional compensation. This is reporting again internally. May be tied to individual performance assessment. Can be used as an educational tool. Include outreach efforts, success stories, honors, challenges, successful activities. External reporting. Reports prepared for entities outside the organization. Reports required by customers or industry groups, reports to the government, reports for marketing and promotional purposes. External report content, reports vary between industries or government entities, but have some common characteristics. So external reports contain metrics of actual achievements versus goals, include statements of good faith, may be tied to additional compensation, such as award fees. If reports contain confidential information, they need to be marked as confidential. Business development reporting. Organizations such as the NMSDC and the WBENC utilize reports to recognize high-performing companies and thus market to new clients. The extra work required for this reporting can be beneficial to the organization. For example, the organization may gain an advantage in market share through the marketing efforts of the business development organization. And it can also be recognized for its achievements and may gain an added value by increasing its supply chain. The business development organization utilizes reports to recognize high-performing companies and market to new clients, demonstrating the worth of a certification by the organization. Such organizations are the NMSDC and the WBENC, and a few others. Government reporting, different entities have different requirements for reporting. So a municipal government's reporting requirements are very different from the federal government's requirements. And the federal governments are all in the FAR, the Federal Acquisition Regulations. Awards many studies have shown that being recognized for achievements have a considerable impact on employee commitment. So this would be internal awards. Performance recognition of stakeholders and suppliers, which will be external. Organization-wide and department reward programs. Often these are recognized for cost reduction efforts, customer support, use of diverse suppliers. Incentive programs are designed to share the benefit of cost reduction and other financial improvements, including supplier diversity improvements, with those who help bring them about. However, improperly designing programs can lead to counterproductive behavior on the part of the parties involved. Benefits of award recognition programs. So employee recognition can be given in many ways. Saying thank you, it's very simple. Giving praise, another simple one. Providing opportunity, showing respect. Awards personalize an organization by recognizing that everyone can make a difference and be viewed as a model by others. And awards allow management to reinforce behaviors that benefit the organization. Incentive programs. ideas for budget-conscious employee incentives. Not all firms can afford expensive incentive programs. Some alternatives which can boost morale and improve productivity are things like giving plaques, lunches, small gifts, thank you notes, post supplier letters of praise on a bulletin board, probably electronically these days, hold periodic meetings to tell employees they're doing a good job, take employees on an outing, movies, bowling, skating, and run articles about employees in an organizational newsletter or internal website. Supplier awards business case. Many organizations use rewards programs to ensure continuous improvement in supplier quality. Other benefits provided by a supplier rewards program include giving suppliers goals to work toward, more ambition from suppliers about providing quality products, incentive for suppliers to look for unique ways to be useful, increased supplier awareness in the organization, opportunities to build better relationships, a tool for making supplier consolidation decisions, and potential supplier involvement in new product design. So keeping the prestige high helps keep the program successful. Methods to accomplish keeping the prestige high are confer only a few awards at a time. You don't get the whole participation award. Award only high-performing suppliers. Present the awards in a highly visible setting, like maybe a dinner with their peers, and hold award evaluations in a timely manner. In addition to limiting the number of awards given, other tactics maintaining the prestige of the award include things like high caliber suppliers in the evaluation, reinforce the idea that competition is of high quality, present the awards in a highly visible setting, helps ensure that the award is recognized and remains high, and hold awards evaluations in a timely manner. Awards should be given frequently enough to keep suppliers encouraged. However, they should not be given so frequently that the award is no longer seen as an accomplishment. Most organizations will do it annually. How to start a supplier awards program. Identify the goals of having a program. What goals you're going to have with this program. What is the organization trying to achieve? If the goals are known, it becomes much easier to plan a strategy to achieve them. Which means you got to write them down. Formulate a strategy to achieve the goals in step 1. Consider the 4 basic components of the program: criteria, process, what the reward will be, and how often the reward will be given. And determine which suppliers will be targeted and whether the program will begin as a partnering and supplier development initiative. Obtain senior management support and promote the program internally and to the targeted supply base. All right, so first question: what percentage of the audience receives the intended communication using the C3 philosophy, which is communicate, communicate, communicate? At best 60%, maybe. At best 40%. I think that might be a little low. 50%, 80% is too high. I would go with A, I'm just guessing. It's D. Using the C3 philosophy, communicate, communicate, communicate. At best, 80% of the audience receives the intended communication. At best, okay. And the second question, oh, I guess this is day 2. So I'm going to try and get it all in one here. Promotional items. Organizations can use swag, which are mugs, pens, calendars, to provide visibility for their diversity programs. Outreach initiatives, contacting community stakeholders and suppliers to help keep the organization diversity program relative. Some outreach methods include things like enhance outreach efforts, attend organization's website, make it attractive, make it easy for the tire guys to navigate, have easy to read content, and include content which is useful. Plan effective outreach business trips, develop a periodic newsletter, and participate in business opportunity fairs or trade shows. Foster employee awareness through internal training, nurture consistent, inclusive communication with upper management and diverse suppliers, and develop second-tier large firm suppliers with the diversity program as potential additional business. Recipient of communications, so targeting the right group to communicate with and tailoring the communication to that group is very important. Senior management, for instance, will be concerned about overall organizational goals and how the diversity program will help meet those goals. So identify activities and how they contribute to specific company goals. Feedback regarding the results of past activities should include things like what was expected to be achieved, what actually was achieved, and why actual results were more or less than expected results. Proposals for new initiatives or changes to processes should be developed as business cases and presented to management. So guidelines for communication with management: be thorough, do not assume the executive is familiar with the details, synchronize the team, focus on salient points, use charts and graphs, and exercise good form, be concise and coherent. Work to inform executives about the value and status of principal diverse supplier initiatives, using a planned periodic communication, monthly or more likely quarterly. Internal stakeholders, which is somebody other than senior management. Regular communication with internal stakeholders should be used to promote the supplier diversity program. Internal customers should be updated on sourcing initiatives and events with status results and additional opportunities. Regular communication can be accomplished in many ways. So you've got electronic newsletters, you got emails, you got websites, you got blogs. You can also do meetings. To guide employees and ensure their contribution to the program's success, supply management professionals should involve all employees, formulate a consistent message, train the employees, pair diverse supplier business owners with executive mentors, maintain focus on the supplier diversity program, enlist supplier diversity program advocates, provide positive feedback to employees, and coach employees or buyers who are not reaching desired performance. Participate in trade fairs, host trade shows, invite diverse suppliers in-house to in-house training programs, such as things like procurement strategies, cost management, e-commerce, quality assurance, financial skills, management skills, strategic planning, technology-related training. So community organizations, successful supplier diversity programs have a positive impact on the local community. They enhance employment opportunities, they reflect the diversity of the surrounding community, and they reflect the diversity of the organization's customer base. Standards and practices around sourcing with respect to diversity and other social responsibility and ethics need to be communicated to your customers. Other stakeholders, purchasing may be able to identify other people that could be stakeholders, may have an interest in the supplier diversity program, could be affected by the program, or have influence on the program. These may include shareholders or investors, customers, suppliers, media, members of the community, or professional organizations. All right, the communication plan. These are the 9 steps to writing a communication plan. Nine steps. Create the document of the plan. Write the plan down, step 1. Use the most effective software to convey ideas, word processing, spreadsheets, presentation software. Evaluate current communications. So conduct a communication audit to find out what's been said before. Questions to ask: what is currently being communicated? What is each communication activity designed to achieve, and how effective is the current effort? Techniques to get answers to the above questions. You can brainstorm, you can interview key personnel, survey personnel, and host focus groups. Define objectives and results. So some sample objectives may include promote support for the supplier diversity program, define services for internal customers, enable better understanding, increase employee teamwork, improve employee retention, improve product delivery, create visibility, and influence internal customers. Objectives. So next is define the audience. List all the audiences that the organization might want to contact. Who are they? Internal customers, management, overall organization, sales force, specific interests, advocacy or community groups, suppliers, subcontractors, employees, industry spokespeople, publications, educators, and federal, regional, local governments, and diverse publications. Define the goals. What are the intended changes? What are the intended accomplishments? Why do you want to talk to these people? Identify tools. Decide what tools will be used to accomplish the goals. Develop cost estimates for each approach and determine the benefit of each. So you do a cost-benefit analysis. Establish a timetable. Once objectives, goals, and audiences and tools have been identified, quantify the results into a timetable that outlines roughly what will be accomplished when. Evaluate the results. Build into the plan a method for measuring the results, things like monthly reports, formalized department reports, periodic briefings, annual summary. Communication plan. Effective, consistent communication to internal employees is part of the marketing of supplier diversity. And here's a sample plan, I think. Verbal communication plan, possible components. Address these four important messages. Desire to add value, solve supply chain problems, commitment to supply chain efficiency, quality, cycle time, cost reduction. Diverse suppliers playing a major role in the success of the organization, strategic initiatives being dependent on the ability to implement. And then developing a written communication plan. And take effort, but the rewards for using the planning process far outweigh the initial investment. So you got a verbal communication plan and you got a written communication plan. Both you have to write down. And these are potential components. There's only four. In preparing for battle, I have always found that plans are useless, but planning is indispensable. President Dwight D. Eisenhower, also the Supreme Commander of the D-Day Normandy invasion. All right. Objectives and results of the communication plan will include all of the following except, which one does not belong? Define the services to the internal customers. I think that would be there. Improve diverse supplier recruitment. I think that's an outcome. Display communication metrics. Yeah, you'd have that. Support supplier diversity program projects. So probably B. Oh, come on, where are you? I got everything here but the answers. There we go, finally. C, display communication metrics. Because communication metrics or reports would not be included in the communication plan. Management will track them separately in meetings. Okay. So task summary, purchasing must be able to A, market the value of supplier diversity programs, and B, clearly present to management and internal customers the value proposition. Technology via electronic communication and the internet plays a key role. Online advertising on the internet has become primary source of diverse supplier opportunity information, and regular communication with internal customers on the status and results will keep the goals coming. All right. So now we need to go look at some questions on K2. And we've got, how many questions here? 15. So you want to do 10. You can do all 15 if you want, if you're really feeling up to it. And the answers are going to be in the answer file, and you want K2 answers to practice questions. All right, next up we will do K3. Thanks.